Today is December 16th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today at the Big Book, we're continuing our journey through, we're not continuing. We are beginning our journey through Chapter 11, A Vision for You. We'll be reading the first half of page 151. We will continue our journey through Tradition number 9 by reading the second half of page 173. And we'll read the 24 hours a day in daily reflection. So with that, I hope y'all are doing well this morning, my friends. Once again, we've been given a brand new set of 24 hours. I'm on my second cup of coffee and my Star Wars cup, so the force is really strong with me this morning. And overall, life is just good. It's just good to be alive today and sober today. So with that, let's get to the good stuff. Alright, my friends, we are in the final chapter of the Big Book, at least the core text, Chapter 11, A Vision for You. Today we're going to be reading the first paragraph. For most normal folks, drinking means conviviality, companionship, and colorful imagination. It means release from care, boredom, and worry. It is a joyous intimacy with friends and a feeling that life is good. But not so with us in those last days of heavy drinking. The old pleasures were gone. They were but memories. Never could we recapture the great moments of the past. There was an insistent yearning to enjoy life as we once did, and a heartbreaking obsession that some new miracle of control would enable us to do it. There was always one more attempt and one more failure. At the 12 and 12 are on Tradition 9. AA as such ought never be organized, but we may create special service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. Bottom of page 173. You might think AA's headquarters in New York would be an exception. Surely the people there would have to have some authority. But long ago, trustees and staff members alike found that they could do no more than make suggestions, and very mild ones at that. They even had to coin a couple of sentences which still go into half of the letters that they write. You are at perfect liberty to handle this matter in any way that you please. But the majority experience in AA does seem to suggest, now that attitude is far removed from central government, isn't it? We recognize that alcoholics can't be dictated to, individually or collectively. "24 hours a day, December 16th. AA thought for the day. The way of AA is the way of faith. We don't get the full benefit of the program until we surrender our lives to some power greater than ourselves and trust that power to give us strength we need. There's no better way for us. We can get sober without it. We can stay sober for some time without it. But if we are going to truly live, we must take the way of faith in God. That is the path for us. We must follow it. Have I taken the way of faith?" Meditation for the day. Life is not a search for happiness. Happiness is a byproduct of living the right kind of a life, of doing the right thing. Do not search for happiness. Search for right living, and happiness will be your reward. Life is sometimes a march of duty during dull, dark days. But happiness will come again as God's smile of recognition of your faithfulness. True happiness is always the byproduct of a life well lived. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may not seek happiness, but seek to do right. I pray that I may not seek pleasure so much as the things that bring true happiness. Daily Reflection, December 16th. Partners in Recovery. Nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. Both you and the new man must walk day by day in the path of spiritual progress. Follow the dictates of a higher power, and you will presently live in a new and wonderful world. no matter what your present circumstances. Alcoholics Anonymous, pages 89 and 100. Doing the right things for the right reasons. This is my way of controlling my selfishness and self-centeredness. I realize that my dependency on a higher power clears the way for peace of mind, happiness, and sobriety. I pray each day that I will avoid my previous actions so that I will be helpful to others. Alright, my friends, that concludes today's reading. First of all, in the big book, yeah, I can relate to what they were saying. You know, how many times have I... It's like the More About Alcoholism chapter. How many times have I wished and dreamed that I could drink normally again? You know, go back to being that cucumber when I'm now a pickle. You know, how many times have I tried that? Sometimes my brain will still romance a drink, but all I have to do now is just play the tape all the way through and go, yeah, I don't want to go down that road again. And then the tradition being preached at, right? Has anyone just shut down when you're preached at? You're told you got to do it this way, only this way. I know I haven't. I know a lot of my, and I got a feeling I'm not the only one at times, but these are mere suggestions. But I like what one of the books says, you know, just like it's a suggestion that you pull the ripcord of your parachute, right? But anyway, you know, we all work the program in our own way because we're all different people. But I love the fact that nothing is absolutely mandatory, but at the same time, it's pretty practical, these steps of recovery. It's wonderful. And then finally, happiness is a byproduct of doing the right thing in the 24 hours a day. That's just beautiful. I've heard that many times from many different people in many different fellowships before, you know, just if anyone else like me, have you ever noticed you're really looking forward to something and you finally buy it, whatever that thing is. You're happy for a little while, but it's temporary. It's fleeting. And then eventually you just want the next thing. Now, on the other hand, I've noticed that when I try to do the right thing, and believe me, I don't always get it right, all of a sudden I feel at peace, knowing that I tried to do the right thing when nobody was watching, except for my higher power. I don't do it for that reason, but it does seem to be a byproduct of it. So with that, my friends, that's all we have time for today. As always, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon, any other sect or denomination. I'm just a friend in this lifeboat of recovery. Thrilled and honored to be here today. And if you're sober, I hope you realize you're a miracle. And if you're not sober and you're hearing this somehow, I hope you realize you're a miracle as well, because you have the opportunity to change today. It's a brand new set of 24 hours. You get to decide what you're going to do. You don't have to be a slave to alcohol anymore. The first word in the steps is we. You don't have to do it alone either. I pray that you'll make that first baby step toward change. So, if we're given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.